Capricorn, this is going to be your no contact reading. Someone you're not speaking to or someone you haven't heard from, okay? Regardless, this is going to be a reading for you no matter what when you see it. Just trust that there's a message here, okay? So let's get started. Sun, moon, and rising signs for Capricorn. So we have the Ten of Cups. There is the Dawn of Wands energy. I am seeing there's like a spark here or something that like sparks your interest in some way. But I am seeing also there is like guarding your heart here, okay? We have the Nine of Swords and the Hermit. So there's like a withdrawal. There's a lot of guarding yourself here. And the Nine of Swords is like a lot in the mind, okay? So this can be like impacting the Ten of Cups as to, you know, when the Ten of Cups comes in, it's about like broken relationships, disconnect, misaligned values, could be divorce, but trying to idolize like love by like idolizing love, but like things feels like it's crumbling. Like the reality of this is crumbling. But the Star also is just feeling like losing hope. Okay, I don't like that. Don't lose hope. When the Star comes in, this is like having lack of faith about like finding a connection in some way or working throughout with the connection. So there's like closing off a lot of emotions here. Here, Capricorn, but I feel like you're going within regarding this, okay? Seven of Wands is just saying very guarded, like because of the mind or maybe what happened in connections or this connection that we're going to get into right now. But let's see, okay? Let's see if you guys are interested in a personal reading with me. There is a couple readings for September, but also, oh yeah, the Ten of Swords. Wow, Cap. We're going to clarify this for you, okay? Ten of Swords is some hard endings. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Something's changing. There's that message of Wands. A message of Wands. Page of Wands. Five of Pentacles. I'm sorry, October is open though. Four of Wands. Two of Swords. This person is not talking. There is no talking here. There's still indecision. Ten of Wands. This is their action. Something's heavy. Eight of Wands. All right. Well, it looks like there is something about working things out or putting in the effort. Some truth and clarity. Something that's requiring a lot of strength. I feel that this is an energy of not giving up. Okay, that's what Spirit's saying with the Strength card and the Nine of Wands. This is coming in as the wounded warrior. So when I'm seeing the Strength, sorry, I'm like, what the heck? What was that again? When I see the Strength card, this is telling me that there is a lot of courage and you influence people more than you know. Okay, it's about patience and taming your fears and creating like safe emotional space for vulnerability. So it's like trying to find an energy that like you create that space for people, but you don't feel like they create it for you. And that's where I'm getting in this connection. Like they make you feel like you couldn't be vulnerable. And if you were, you for fear of like some type of rejection or some type of like loss, because you know, it's being vulnerable to somebody who may have shown you already that they're, I don't know, that left you out in the cold already, that made you feel that way. Not saying they did. It's just the energy I'm getting is very sad, but also empowering with that Strength card. Let's see. Let's keep going. All right, so what this is telling me that you're opening up. You're not even dealing with people anymore that are going to make you feel like you have to go through all of these hoops just to are kind of put yourself aside. Okay? It's not like you're giving up on yourself. You're giving up on trying with this connection. Like, I don't want to be the one that's always going to be open, always going to be fixing things, and always going to have to create the safe space to make you feel comfortable. Like, I feel like Capricorn is getting done, because the 10 of Swords is saying you could only go up from here. This is resilience. This is an energy of like, this was very, very painful, or is very painful, but you're just like at this point where you're like, you know what? I'm going to keep going. I'm going to protect my heart, but I'm still also going to open up again. It's going to take a little bit, but this was exhausting. It's exhausting. Like, your walls are going up with this person, because there's either constant suspicion or your intuition was going crazy. And it's like now being guarded and not letting this person in, just this situation, but there's also a little warning. Don't let this situation guard you to allow love in, like new people in. Okay, not everyone is like this, even though there may have been some challenges where it feels that way. But no, there are, if you exist, you know, I exist, everybody exists, that's very loving and vulnerable and understanding and doing the inner work and evolving. There's other people doing that too. Okay. Okay. Yeah, because this person is emotionally closed off. That's who you're dealing with. You're dealing with somebody who doesn't know how to be vulnerable. They only know how to think about themselves and what makes them feel comfortable. So they're stuck. So even though I feel like with the Wheel of Fortune does mean change, but this person is just continuing their cycle, closing off. Yeah, except not investing in anything that's going to grow. Because how are they going to invest in anything? This is just who they are. This has nothing to do with what you did. Like, the more you gave them, it was enough. It was how they are when it comes to love and relationships. It's about them and what makes them feel, you know, comfortable. I keep getting comfortable, vulnerable. Yeah, Queen of Coins, Two of Cups. It's like this is like a very big disconnect. This is dropping the burdens now to make room for something new. Like, it's like dropping the mindset, dropping the perspective, dropping anything that's going to make you feel that, you know, that you were not enough in some way, but you are more than enough. Okay. And I feel like right now it's building that confidence in you to know that, to understand it. Like, this person Spirit is saying you are being blocked. You can't control how people feel or open up. You know, but yeah, you did give a lot. You gave more. You gave a lot in this connection, but also you started seeing clearly how much you were giving. You're like, man, every time I give, I feel left out in the cold. I feel so empty. Like, this person doesn't know how to fulfill people. They're not satisfying you at all. They're draining the heck out of the Empress. Yeah, you're okay. Let's keep going. They need to confess something. They're like, need to come clean. When I see the Queen of Wands, this person is not attracting in the Queen of Wands a nobody. Okay, with this type of energy. This is more of like somebody who's so closed off in love or anything. They don't attract anything good in their life. You were probably the best thing that they attract, and the love that you gave and the nurturing and like putting them first before you, being understanding because of your own growth. This person right now, they are not able to do that. They are filled up with a lot of comparing themselves to other people. They compare or talk badly about other people who shine and succeed, but they don't do anything for themselves. So I feel too, there's a need for some type of coming clean with something, because it doesn't seem like they know they're hiding something from you and they know they need to come clean. But it's just like, yeah, there's so much things that are hidden. The Queen of Wands doesn't always have to be a third party. And if there was other energies here, this Queen of Wands is not even happy with them though. But, you know, but this is being very self-absorbed, and they're like, don't know how to have a healthy connection. Two of Wands, Four of Cups, the Knight. See, they're just going with the Knight. They're just, this isn't, I don't know if this person said they go with the flow or go with whatever. Well, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what flow they're going towards, but it's not a new beginning. They're hesitant to even take any risk with anybody. They want things to be the way that they want them to be. That's what brings them peace. And if closing you out, as if you're like a very truthful person, Capricorn, or you spoke your truth, or you showed this person something, let me just tell you, they want peace with you, but at the same time, they don't want to be faced with certain things too. Yeah, the 10 of coins is coming in the reverse. 6 of coins. I feel like you're gonna, there's something here with, I'm just gonna be honest, there's something here where this person just gives breadcrumbs to everybody. This is so interesting. I don't know if you have fire in your chart, but I am seeing like you felt like they were giving breadcrumbs. So now it's you taking action. And the 10 of coins is showing in the reverse in their near actions, because they're not able to give you that stability that you hoped for. Okay? You know, that growth, that family, that legacy, that long-term security, marriage, family, or building a shared future. And like growing together. This person, it's very hard to grow with somebody like this. It has to do with vulnerability. They're not emotionally like connected to people. See, when you see the King of Cups, this person can manipulate their own emotions or try to tell themselves so they don't have to feel emotions. This is all suppressed feelings that they have. That's why they're stuck. They're not really facing or know how to, or have the correct tools to manage this. And I feel like it was just bothering you or making you feel like you had starting to build resentment, or feeling like what you were doing was not enough. But what they were doing was not being a supportive partner. They weren't providing safety and trust to you. They weren't getting emotionally deep with you and being generous. They weren't using their wisdom because they have very little. You see, it's true. So yes, in the near future, it's showing they're not able to give you that long-term commitment because of their own behavior. They lie to themselves too. They have so much stuff that they need to come clean with about this connection. Look at this, is the confession card in their mind, and in their emotions, they're blocked. They can't confess. They don't want to confess it. They know, so they rather just avoid and wait till time passes for things to what? Pretend like it never happened. Of course, I don't know why people think that. Like time will heal. Nope, you got to confront some stuff before you come in my life. That's Capricorn. You don't just go ahead and like wait for months until everything smooths over and come back like nothing ever happened. No, you need to come up with what, this isn't right. And I feel here there's really no direction because somebody is very stuck. But I feel it's affected you more than anything, like right now, about you letting go, because it's like so much effort and care that you put in. It starts to feel a little disrespectful, But there was a lot of things that, like, I feel the challenge is you become someone's safe place that doesn't even give you that safe place back. And I know that's probably going to sting a little, but you don't need to overgive for someone to love you. You don't need to do all that. It's a mutual thing. Look at all your friendships. Look at all the relationships you developed with people that are close to you. You didn't have to overgive. You just be yourself. As long as you're genuine, loving, and it's equal, like it's reciprocated. And you be there for each other. And then you work through the challenge and you confront the challenges together. And that's how you grow in even friendships, relationships. Siblings even do that stuff. You need vulnerability for things to grow. If this person's not going to show vulnerability, nothing's going to grow. Everything's going to feel so uneasy emotionally. You're not going to feel cared for by this person. So yeah, they don't follow through. I'm not sure if there was like a gap between here where somebody opened up and then the door shut again, and the person didn't follow through with what they were going through again. So you're like, what? Yeah, it's like the moon is here. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some more cards, but I feel like the world is here. There is like fast moving energy coming in with the Knight of Swords. So we have the Knight of Swords. So it feels like something gotta give, right? So this energy with the world is telling me like there's a sense of you closing out and rushing into a new chapter in your life, or something's gonna move very quickly once you close this out. Because of who you are as an individual is very loving. I feel like you need to put boundaries on your love by the Queen of Pentacles. Because sometimes if we get too protected, there's like this eagerness, but like Spirit's saying like, once this is closing, there's like this instant focus that comes over you, but it's more about things that you're wanting to do or wanting to create in your life. So there's like a burst of energy in some way, to where you just go focus mode. It's not bad. It's just saying like, you know, you have ambition, you want to take action, like you're pursuing something either boldly, or this could be rushing into another connection. Okay. Or something just opens up. Actually, let's see. Knight of Swords. Yep. The World. Something's closing fast. We have a King of Pentacles here. Ooh, we have the Hierophant. You have somebody on your path. Just know that. Okay, King and Queen. About stability, mature, loyalty. Something closes very quickly. Or about to. Because in the outcome, it's showing no direction. No momentum. There's delays either in communication, this person's actions, or you may have opened it up already and hoped that maybe there was something that this person would say and they didn't. And now you're like, and then it's closed back up again and you're there at the same spot, like with the moon energy, confused. Because someone didn't follow through again. Because they're immature. Nothing to do with you, as everything with they do and how they cope with their emotions and being vulnerable. Because I don't know what this person is just, they know what they know that they have a lot to confess, but they're not. They have a lot of things that they need to rethink and they're not doing it. Yep, secrets and, okay, so I wish I could take it back, but secrets and deception. This is what's happening. Someone's lying. Someone's just not being real. You know, there may be other energies involved. Doesn't have to be a third party, but it can be like interference, gossiping, or it could be some other energies involved. They don't feel like they're good enough for you. And when I see this by a third party and they're keeping secrets, they're doing the same thing to the third party. Didn't we see the Queen of Wands over here? Anyways, and they're not going to fulfill another person. It's not like that person's better. Usually people go for something less that will accept their behavior like this, where they don't have to express some emotion and they could just, you know, hide and not be questioned. And sadly, there are people that are not awakened and still asleep that they can go to. You're too awake for this person. Okay, they want people that sleep and fall for their BS. You're not that way. I feel like I ruined everything. So they can tell themselves, well, there's peace between us. Well, let them tell themselves whatever, because whatever they're going to get into next, it's not going to fulfill them, because they don't know how to fulfill others. They're not even fulfilled within themselves. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, let's get into a couple more. Why are all these other cards coming through there? Oh, okay. Anger, fantasy. I'm upset and I need some time to cool off. I'm busy with work right now and it requires my attention. You deserve the best and I respect you and I want to do the right thing. We have, you could have been engaged to this person or married to this person. I wish I could. Stubborn. I don't know. You guys. I don't even know how people can suppress those emotions. It's going to get boiled. Like those emotions are going to come up they're easily triggered. This energy, if someone says one thing to them, they will trigger because how much they're boiling with all of this, suppressing their emotions like this. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they're angry all the time. I'm ashamed of how I treated you, and I can't stand the thought of you with someone else. Something's closing out very successfully, and this means that it's going to be very happy. So this feels very like closure, whatever comes in, and whatever you have to, how you have to change your perspective, your mindset to look at the situation, or just accept people for who they are and not take it personally. Maybe that's the closure. Like I'm finally seeing my worth, yet I still feel unworthy of your love. Yeah. How are you going to love somebody who just takes it and not gives back? There's a big hole in my heart that I cannot fill on my own. Yeah. Care for animals. See, you're a super caring person. You're just like a connect with your ancestors, roots and foundation. The past becomes present. Something is going to be, I don't know if you are going to just like what you're going to do. Like, it's up to you what you want to do, of course. But how you get, like, your closure is coming in by somebody's actions and a change of perspective, and by something opening up and closing again. This is what that feels like. Yeah. Angel in human form. You're an earth angel here, Capricorn. Don't doubt yourself. Attitude of gratitude. Blessings. Christ consciousness. Prepare the way. 1111. And we have 555, 444, 222, 1212, 1010, 444 again. So you guys could be seeing these numbers coming around, but I'm going to go ahead and leave this here. So something successfully, is that the word? Successfully closes for you, but that's to bring new beginnings in. This cycle has already shown you the lessons. This person, you've already seen it all the way through, even if it doesn't feel like it. Okay, well, Spirit is saying the world twice. There is completion, your wholeness. This is fulfillment, healthy closure for yourself. And there's even long-term commitment or reaching like a new energy coming in, okay? But for this situation, it feels like there's no direction. This is leading to no direction. This person is not really going anywhere within their life or within the connection, to where it's like, I don't want to go backwards. So it's like giving you no choice but to close out this chapter with this person. You see? It's like one-sided. So instead of fighting to win, if this person's fighting to win, instead of trying to collaborate and understand each other and try to like get closure, understand the situation for what it is. Because sometimes people don't want to see, they just don't want to show emotion. They don't want to do that. And it feels like a slap in the face with that 10 of Swords. It does. But at the same time, you got to see who this person is. It's like you need someone with confidence. You need someone that will face things head on with you to move forward, even as a couple or as a friend. And this person does not do that. They run from the challenge. They don't face it. They turn away from it. You want that, like, this person can't even be a good partner for someone in life to go through challenges with. Were they going to run away? You know, if something happens, like, what if you're on the road or you have to deal with consequences or certain things that happen with your children or life, or they're just going to run away from every challenge and not deal with it, and you're going to have to take up the whole freaking thing. You know, there are relationships like that. I'm sure you see them where the other person's always taking care of the responsibility and the kids and figuring it out, while the other person's like, I want to stay here and be comfortable. You know, like, you see that. And it's just, there's really no direction here with this person, because they're not facing the challenges, even in their own life. Okay, so I'm going to leave this here. I hope this message did help and bring some clarity. Thank you so much for being here and trusting me as your reader and with your energy. And be careful with scammers. God bless.